Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to dive into a lot of bases because I typically always upload like one base with like a base link or something. Today I want to do it in a different fashion. Today we're going to do it different because today, take a look at that. We're going to take a look at all of those bases. The first two bases from the home village. We're going to take a look at every single base, which you can see right there. All of the base links are going to be down below in the description, but let's get started with the first base. And guys, if you like videos like this, if you appreciate all of those links, and hopefully those links are going to get you a lot of trophies, make sure if you're buying any offers in game, if you're buying the gold pass or anything, not only in Clash of Clans but in any Superstar game, make sure to use code 8. So it's really truly supporting me quite a bit. Really appreciate the support. And now let's dive into the first base. We have one of those box bases first, and to be honest, the majority of the bases which I'm going to show you today is some sort of box base. Those bases, there's a reason why like 80%, 90% of the bases above 5,600 or something are box bases. They're defending incredible well in the current meta. It's a really hard approach for smash attacks, for air attacks in general, because of the setups with the sweepers, for example. It's a really heavy core with a lot of buildings, with a lot of hit points, which is making the life of those armies really hard. You can see as well all of those heroes stacked up on this side, which is making it ridiculous to get to that, because a king ability, you have giant bombs against that, and not everyone is going to use the warden ability against those giant bombs. And then you have obviously like skeleton traps as well over there. You have all of those heroes which are stacked together, which are incredibly strong as a defense unit. So yeah, just really recommend those bases. But let's move forward. We have a lot of bases to go through. Let's go to the next base, another box base, but this time a little bit of a different setup. This time we have both sweepers pointing directly away from the town hall. We have a bigger core compartment, but this is obviously allowing us to have like a more small compartments on the outside then, which is making the entry into the base way harder to get in there. Otherwise, we have to do the setup. But this time though, since we have talked about that, we have the tester around the town hall. So this one is protecting the town hall way more, which sometimes can be a good, which sometimes can be a bad thing, obviously. We have skeleton traps over there, we have black mines over there, which is sometimes like catching an attacker off guard if he's trying to use a blimp to get into the town hall compartment, take down the town hall. If he's using the blimp right there, the blimp is going to go down before it's even crossing the first wall, which is crucial to make sure that it's not that easily getting the town hall, or at least like making it's really hard to get the target. Then obviously we have a double single inferno tower in the core. Sometimes a single inferno tower, like two single inferno towers like this one. Sometimes single inferno tower, multi inferno tower. Both options are really strong and really recommended. I like always when there's like this air defense in the second layer of those corner compartments, because if your queen is not going to go in here, you are going to lose 100% a healer. The next one is like really like trying to catch someone off guard with like a black man over here. If you're wondering why exactly the black man is over there, it's mainly for like queen walks, because queen charges are typically going around this like going in over here and trying to funnel in here behind the town hall to get the town hall down as well. So this is like a classic approach, which with those black mines are trying to somewhat be defended. Next one, let's move into the next bases, which is going to be this one. It's looking a bit different, and to be honest, I have to say I really like this setup, because let's talk about the like most used strategies in Legends, and I think this is what you have to look for. Like you do not want to defend Queen Charge Lalo. You do not want to defend those crazy strategic Queen Charges or a Sui Lalo attack. That's not possible. But the majority of attacks are typically like air spam or maybe P.E.K.K.A. smash. Those are like the most used strategies. And let's now just consider this base. If you don't take a look at the traps like scout mode, if you have a look at the base like this, what would you go for with an air attack? You have two options pretty much. Going in from the bottom side, like bottom right or bottom left, and take down the eagle early, take down the heroes early, take down the scatter shot early, which is great. But what this means is you're going to go into a double sweeper into the back end, and you have 4 ground expos against your heroes on the back end. So this choice is not that great, and typically you always want to get into the eagle early. But otherwise, the other option is that you're going from the top set, which means you're completely dodging the sweepers. But with this, you're going to take down the ground expos early, which is giving your heroes then more power again, which is great. But what this does is you have like this double setup of scatter shots for the core. So your troops are in the town hall poison, the scatter shots are shooting away on those on those dragons or like E-dragons or whatever you use in the core. We have the back end with all of those heroes, so it's not going to be easy at all. Like those stacked up heroes are incredible powerful. So you see already, you have to make a decision between of two bad choices, which is really how I feel like this base is shining. So really recommend that as well. But let's move forward. Let's keep moving forward and let's take a look at the next base, which is another box base. But this time though, we're having a little bit of a different setup with a huge channel, like, or two huge channel actually in the core. And then having some more better protection with a lot of high HP buildings, like those storages, protecting those Inferno Towers in the core, like storages. I mean, it has a lot of HP as well, so that's totally fine. Then both sweepers are pointing away from the tunnel, which is nice. We have the tester from the tunnel, which is great as well, with all of those black masks to defend those close blimps. Because take a look at that. No one will try to send a blimp from the other side of the town hall with two sweepers pointing that way. So what most of the people will most likely do is sending a short blimp. But if you're really like in a rush or like really not paying attention, then sending in the blimp just right away, you're not going to get that far, and those tests are doing an amazing job of then like tanking Yeti mites, tanking loons, things like that. Some red mines around the town is always a good choice because it's going to take down possible rage up loons which are about to crush your town hall. So in general, another great base with another good setup. The hybrid, well, no one is going to send hybrid into the town hall. This is why you can see the majority of spring traps on this top side where the hybrid is most likely going to enter. But now, let's move on to the next base. And this one's an interesting one because this is actually one of Klaus' bases, which, like, at least he used that in Legend for quite some time. And, yeah, if this is the base which Klaus ran quite a bit. There's the red bomb farm behind the town hall to make sure that Queen charges into that town hall is a really huge mess and really not easy to execute. And then we have like the core with two single Inferno Towers, which makes charges into that core really annoying. We have the classic setup with all of those heroes, which is so hard to deal with because you have all of those heroes, which is incredible, a lot of firepower. Then you have like a lot of traps like giant bombs, spring traps, and skeleton traps to make sure that whatever is going to run in there, like a possible king, even warden ability is going to mess up your king. So you're like whatever is going to run in there, it's going to die within a couple of seconds. So really annoying setup right there. And yeah, pretty classic base. Another base which is like originally coming from those box base type of bases. And yeah, you can obviously easily try it out, and hopefully it's working great for you, because I think for Klaus and Stars, I believe, I'm not really sure, but at least for the Queen Walker guys, it did amazing according to the stats. Now a base which is already a little bit older, but it's one of the first box bases, which is still really solid, and sometimes you want to throw in some like crazy mixes just to make sure that you're not always only going with the mainstream bases. But this one is one of the first bases, and the great thing, if you take a look at the base without traps, again with air against air, what you want to do on this base is typically go into the air defenses, because being able to take those out nice and early is a huge deal. But then what are you going to do next with this setup? Right, you're going to blimp that town hall, but with this NATO trap setup and all of those black mines behind it, it's going to be really a lot of pain to get that town hall down, because most likely your blimp is not going to connect to the town hall. So another great base which I really can recommend using, which has done already quite good over the last couple of weeks overall. Let's move forward. Another box base. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, but like this is how the meta is right now. It's really box base favored. And now another setup. We have again those heroes. This time they're less like concentrated, more like split up. We have the two air heroes on the outside, but at the same time, it's like a bait, because like if you take a look at this and say, like, oh, nice, I can get Queen and Royal Champion easily together. And then you're taking a look at the traps again, and you see, oh damn, there's like the Tesla farm, there's the two skeleton traps right in front of it. So it's not going to be easy to get those heroes, which might look like a cheap and easy entry, but it's not. It's not going to be an easy entry at all. Then we have obviously all of those traps in the core again, with the NATO, with the black mines, with the red bombs. It's not really nice to get through all of this, which is making the life again really miserable. This time though, we don't protect the tunnel that hard. But at the same time, it's still not that easy to get the tunnel, which is kind of crazy. But let's move forward, which is going to be the last base of the video. And this one is more like a different one. This is like one of my older bases, which is doing pretty decent. I think I even like highlighted it once or twice already. but I just wanted to throw it in there. All of those bases are linked down below in the description of this video with all of the different, with all of those different base links. And I really truly hope that it's going to work great for you to use any of those bases. Let me know which is working for you the best, and let me know which one you copied. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, if you would like to support the channel, if you like videos like this, which are here to help you and get you some more cups, some more trophies, some more clan war wins, make sure to use code ITZY when you're buying anything in game or even in different Supercell games as well. Thank you so much. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.